Yeah, ayyuhallazina amanu. How many of y'all know what that means? Those of you who do know what that means are the ones that I'm really talking to right now. If you don't know what that means, and you still want to stick around and hear a positive message, that's cool. I'm not kicking you out the room by any means. But I'm really talking to those who know what that means. Yeah, ayyuhallazina amanu. When the call to Jumuah is proclaimed, leave all business aside and hasten earnestly. Y'all familiar with that? I'm talking to a lot of the brothers in this sector who do what I'm doing right now with this YouTube thing. A lot of us have been away for a considerable amount of time and embraced Islam. And you'll hear dudes from time to time say, oh, I'm Muslim. You hear this one that would say, oh, I'm Muslim from time to time. And by no means am I anywhere near type of perfect with this. So I'm not here to criticize anyone on their amount of worship, how they worship, or how they conduct themselves or carry themselves or present themselves as a Muslim, because I am highly, highly flawed. You understand what I'm saying? So no, I'm not doing that. But what I am doing is telling you what you need to hear. And that's when the call to Jumuah is proclaimed. Leave all business aside and hasten earnestly. We's behind that wall. Dudes know they ain't miss a Jumuah. So make sure they get out that damn cell. They ain't miss a Jumuah. Especially if it's a Jumuah going on where everybody else in the facility is under any type of restrictions. You can't wait to run your ass down there. You happy as hell to be Muslim there. But then we get out in the world, right? And we do what they call flushing our deen down the toilet. A lot of us are guilty of that, right? They call it flushing your deen down the toilet. Now, in my brother's defense, because I'm obligated to make the excuses for my brothers as a Muslim, even the ones up here that I don't like, I might clap at a dude or something, but if he's Muslim, I'm not gonna spill his blood in the street unless I have to do it in self-defense. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do nothing violent to nobody that's up here in this space that I know I've heard say they Muslim. But my word of advice to the brothers, man, whose reason for not being able to make it to Jumuah once they get home, like they were always making it to Jumuah when they were away. Their logic and their reason a lot of times is, they have to work. They have to provide for their family, which is very understandable. I wouldn't knock any man for fulfilling his obligation of providing for his family. But let me give you a little lesson, man, that the Sheikh gave me prior to me leaving and going home. And I know that bump is there. I don't know why I hit that bump like that. And I know my car sitting low as hell too. But prior to going home, the Sheikh told me, he said, listen, man, this is what brothers mess up at. They get caught in them situations where they got a job and they got to take care of their family and they're no longer able to go to Jumuah. It's because you have to let these people know from the door, Aki. When you go to these jobs, when you go on your interview, yes, from the very first interview, even if you feel as though it may hinder your chances of getting a job, you have to keep in mind that we believe in the 6 articles of faith, al-Qadr. You know what I'm saying? What Allah has for us, no man can take away. What Allah did not decree for us to have, ain't no man can give it to us, Aki. This is something we believe as Muslims. So, if you go in this job interview and you make it clear to your employer in your interview prior to hire you, I am Muslim. I have to attend Jumuah on Fridays. It is obligatory. I have to go. If you were to do that at your interview and that job hires you, then you know that that is a job that will allow you to practice your religion. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. I'm not going to say I don't know why. A lot of brothers weren't as fortunate enough to have had, some of the teachers that I had. Alhamdulillah, I'm thankful I had them. But maybe no one made that clear to you upon your departure from the Sijinaki. That it is mandatory that you tell these people in your job interviews when you go for these jobs, I'm Muslim. My day of worship is on Friday in the afternoon. You know, a lot of jobs will allow for you to tell them, hey, I got to take 2 hours off Friday afternoon to go to Jumuah. You know, a lot of jobs will allow you to stay late or, you know, just, you know, deduct those 2 hours from your pay or, you know, allow you to make it up somewhere else, whatever the case may be. They might tell you come in early, 2 hours or whatever it is. But a lot of jobs are flexible with that. They are actually flexible with that. But what it is we make the mistake of not even inquiring. We get there and we're so focused on the money till we done flushed our deen down the toilet. We're not thinking about Allah. We're not thinking about no Islam. We think about this bread. These people said $25, $30 an hour, Aki. I gotta run down there. I can't go to Jumuah. I gotta work. I gotta take care of my family, Aki. These people are paying me, Aki. I gotta be. All right, that's fine and dandy. But you don't even know. This is in most cases. Had you asked those people, could I go to Jumuah on Friday? They probably would have told you yes, Aki. Aki, I never forget my brother Hussein from the Heartbeat. Old school heads from the Heartbeat probably call him Thurn. But I met him as Hussein. And he told me this either when I was still in the halfway house or I had just gotten out the halfway house and moved in with my wife. But the brother told me, he said, Aki, no matter what you got going on, no matter what you do, don't stop praying, Aki. The brother said, don't stop praying, Aki. He said, Aki, if you fall off and you start back smoking weed, don't stop praying, Aki. You slip up and you smash something that's not your wife, Aki. Don't stop praying. Keep praying, keep praying, keep praying. And I always kept that in mind, man. You know, and in my darkest time, in my darkest hours, I was able to find my way back through prayer. But this guy be robbing me. You got something my size over here today, Jumuah?
You don't need nothing today, man, because it's a nice, comfortable day, you know what I'm saying? And we being recorded?
It definitely being recorded. Got him. Got him.
I'll get something, man.
You ain't got nothing over there. See, it's called size discrimination, right? The Muslims are supposed to love their brothers equally. But he got to think with the smaller brothers, oh, he got something for them. But the big guys, we get no love. We get no love, not on Jamil's so right. Look, he got the nicest throws and nothing in my size. This is horrible.
Only the El Perfecto stuff for you, the best.
Got you. Alhamdulillah.